up, y'all? What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. What's up, y'all? Come on. Explain it away. Pretty Petty Tuesday. Yeah. Omar. TK, right. Boom. Da 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 da. We got a hitter. Yeah. me explain something. Who's this boy? Who is he? No. Let me explain something to you. I do what I want to do. I don't do, you must be new around here, but I do what I want to do. I don't do what you want me to do. I do what I want to do. You don't like it? Do what you got to do. Yeah, so that's how it's going down. Daily Go Getimism Show, y'all. Daily Go Getimism Show, Pretty Petty Tuesday, all up in your area. And this is daily. It's the Daily Go Getimism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We asking why Republicans voters gotta explain everything tonight. Why? Why do the GOP voters have to explain away all of the crazy, stupid, ridiculous, divisive, destructive things that Donald Trump does? Why? Why? He don't explain nothing, but y'all find a way to explain away everything he does. He never answers direct questions, but y'all got to explain away everything that he does. It's a hell of a phenomenon when you really think about it. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen such alliance and allegiance to somebody who is that corrupt. But it is what it is, because you know you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell Trump supporters nothing. You can't tell Trump supporters nothing. You can't tell Trump supporters nothing. Try to tell them something, it equals nothing. You can't tell Trump supporters nothing. You can't tell Trump supporters nothing. You can't tell Trump supporters nothing. Yeah, every time you tell them something, it means nothing. Yeah, let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. Yeah. Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. Feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. So, shout out my peoples before we get started. Let me shout out my peoples before we get started. As we proceed to give you what you need. Let me see. T. Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And my man, what's going on? You know what's up, yo. You know how we do it, know how we go. Kim's Williams, I see you between the lines. Good to see you here. Always good to see you shine. And Bentley Nguyen says Eagle winning the Super Bowl. And you know that? That's a definite. That's a definite. My Eagles will be winning the Super Bowl. Next week at this time, we will be preparing for a parade. It'll probably be like Thursday, something like that. That's the way it normally goes. I say it like we won a bunch of Super Bowls. Well, when we won it, it was on a Thursday. Oh, man. I would shout out the boy No. Yeah, that's as much as you won't get. Jen Ramirez. Señorita Ramirez. Señorita Ramirez. What's going on, man? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, señorita Ramirez? Let me say this ain't matching. This ain't matching. Yo, it. Amen. Life is too short to let nobodies tell you how to live. Exactly, Moonwolf. You're like, who is this dude? I mean, you can tell he don't have nothing to do. He already chatting too much. You're doing too much, sir. You're doing too much. Who is this cat? Fuck out of here, talking about, I'm begging you. No, you ain't gotta beg for nothing. You're not gonna get nothing anyway. All right. Omar says, I'm from Gaza Strip, baby. Never take that. Never take that from us. I agree. I totally agree on that. All right, let's go. Haciendo. haciendo bien, gracias, señor. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em show, we are talking about, why do Republican voters have to explain away everything? What is the deal? What is the deal? Listen, months ago, I wanted to stop doing political shows, but this is quite a shit show that we have going on in the U.S. right now. This is crazy. This might be the craziest, most ridiculous administration. For people to vote this administration back in as if they didn't see what happened the last time. I never seen nothing like this before. It's the craziest thing. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, Miles? What's good? And through all of this, I think what gets away the most with all of the voters that are, caping and explaining and trying to bring some understanding to this chaos. The thing that's missing the most is that you're not getting what you were promised. You're not getting what you were promised. I can see if in some way you were prospering or at least receiving what you were promised. What was said to be given to you, I could see if you were getting it. Now, if you wanted a bunch of illegal immigrants and legal immigrants to be rounded up and sent back home and deported and all of that, then you're getting what you paid for. Yeah, I don't think that most Americans, there are plenty of racist Americans that wanted that. There are plenty of racist Americans that wanted that, but that's not all they wanted. They wanted more money in their pocket. They wanted more money on their check, and they wanted to spend less money at the fuel pump and in the supermarkets, in the grocery stores. That's what they wanted more than anything else. And that was promised on day one. All right, so we know we didn't get that on day one. Now the GOP voters, they so understand it. They remind me of Cowboys fans, man. They are like Cowboys fans. No matter how many times, no matter how many years go by without us winning a playoff game or getting past the divisional round, D4L, D4L, D4L. I'm like, okay, all right. Hey. I ain't gonna front. I don't care how many losing seasons the Eagles will have. I will still always be an Eagle. But I live in Philadelphia, so it kind of makes sense. Most Cowboy fans don't live in Texas. They just don't. They are everywhere, in every city, every state, every township, every club, place that you go. But when the parade goes down, they don't get to go. They're not from there. You got to get on. But what I'm saying is, the most important thing that I'm trying to say is, so just like a Cowboys fan will always act like they are winning when they're not winning, I see the same thing with these Republican voters, and it's just escaping me. I don't understand. I want to understand. I want to get some understanding here. I want to be one of those people who understands things. So maybe y'all can help me out. Because you can explain the whole immigration thing. I don't know. If you want to explain away Elon Musk, have at it. Because I don't see anybody who's not a billionaire that Elon Musk is doing anything for. I mean, if you want your personal information to be infiltrated and potentially compromised, hey, all right, well, look at you. You go, Buster. All right, I'm not really with it. So I'm trying to figure out, how do you explain away the fact that you still have high gas and high grocery store bills? How do you explain that away? Because I haven't heard anybody successfully explain that away, except to say, well, it's not going to happen overnight. Well, which overnight is it going to happen? Because it may not happen overnight, like on January 20th, like he said it was going to happen, because that's exactly what he said. He said on January 20th, when he took office, when he was sworn in, when he was inaugurated, he said that all of your high prices are going away. He said it day one. Day one. He had a lot of day one promises. Y'all didn't check him on none of them. I was like, whew, it's only 24 hours in a day. Maybe he has a different type of 24 hours. But hey, it's all good. Let me see what we doing. Shorty Show said TK, right? He was about to make me call in. I didn't see the number, like I don't know. Moonwolf, he says some people just really can't accept being wrong because they were never taught how to behave when that happens. Listen, man, everybody has been wrong. And even if you've never been taught how to handle your emotions, you sure have not been taught to act like you won when you lost. When you were somewhere in your lower school grades, somewhere between kindergarten and fourth grade, some teacher, some coach, some mentor, some babysitter told you not to follow behind somebody who is messing up. There's no way nobody told you that. And your foundational years, they always try to push the leadership angle. Be a leader. Don't be a follower. Don't do. Your mom might have told you, like, well, you know, if everybody jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge? For some of y'all, the answer was yes. Well, yeah, if everybody jumping off the bridge, then it must have been something, you know, to jumping off the bridge. Shouldn't we at least try it? Blink, 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 blink. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I said, do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the like button. As a matter of fact, I'm just stopping right there. Hit the like button, please. Just hit the likes. Let's get the likes up. RC mate, what's good? COD Call of Duty Season 2. It's all right. It's all right. The maps all right. They all right. They all right. Moonwolfie says, yeah, you're right. A lot of people in this country are followers and like being told what to believe. Now, being told what to do is one thing, because at every job that you get, or any job that you get, you're going to have to take instructions. So I don't really have a problem with that, because you're going to be told what to do in order to push the company ahead as far as finances are concerned. So in order to get the job, you had to agree to that in the first place. But somebody telling you how to think is another thing. Now, don't get me wrong, because there are people out here who have been misled all of their lives. So they do need to be recalibrated. They need to be restructured. They need to be retaught. They need to be retrained. So they may need to be taught how to think, because maybe the way that they're thinking, or the way that they've been taught to think, is so corrupt, is so destructive, it's just so bad that it could, hurt other people, or blah 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 blah. So let's get into this whole thing, man. Let's get into this whole thing. Yo, Republicans. Why do Republican voters have to? Why do they have to explain everything? Why can't they demand that Donald Trump explain in detail every policy that he wants to implement, instead of letting him play mind games with you as if and pretending like everything that happens was part of his bigger plan? Yo, this shit kills me. Now, one of the things that I take issue with, and I don't know if y'all are familiar with this, but I'll put you on if you're not familiar with. Recently, he was talking about the tariffs. Now, that's one thing that he ran on his entire campaign. He was talking about raising tariffs on China, and you ever notice we don't receive any products from Russia, but have you ever noticed that he never says anything bad about Putin or Russia ever? He has something to say. He has something negative to say about all of our so-called allies. All of the European countries, all of the Mexicans, all of the Canadians, like who picks on Canada? Canada, who picks on Canada? He does. That's who. But you never hear him say one bad thing about Russia. I mean, talk about projection. I mean, it's not hard to tell. If I never say anything bad about somebody who's fucking up, you can best believe I have ties to them. I mean, it's not that hard. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're in bed with them, but politically and financially, it normally does mean that. One thing that Donald Trump does with anybody who doesn't agree with him, he likes to come up with nice little nicknames for him. I mean, am I lying? When I start lying, please stop me. Stop me right in my tracks, and I'll try to correct my ways. With Mark Rubio, who is now Secretary of State, what do you used to call him? Little Mark Rubio, remember? Little Marco, that's what he used to call him. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, Pocahontas for what's her name? He never said Kamala Harris's name right. Refused to. Totally disrespectful to anybody who doesn't agree with him. Even Mitch McConnell, he used to call him Moscow Mitch. Do you remember? Moscow Mitch. Remember? Soon as you become friends with him, all of a sudden he can say your name right. And he can stop calling you by your nickname. But as long as you and he are on the outs, as long as you are in disagreement, but he's never come up with a little, even in North Korea. Remember, he was calling Kim Jong-un Rocket Man. Rocket Man, I'm giving you this much time. Come on, Rocket Man. Rocket Man. Some Elton John shit. But he has never disrespected Vladimir Putin. Never. You don't hear him saying little KGB Putin. Never has anything bad to say about him. Has no nickname for him. None of that shit. If that doesn't show that he's in line, at the very least, it shows that he is in accordance. He is definitely in compliance because he knows that Putin ain't going for that shit. So he gives him the utmost respect. Everybody else is fair game, and I mean everybody. But that Vladimir Putin, and everybody else who he gives nicknames to are our allies. Russia is not our ally, never has been, never will be. Well, if Donald Trump has anything to say about it, I guess they will be. Woo! Where are my Cold War warlords from the 50s, 60s, and 70s? Have they all died? Have they all passed on? All right. Chill says he did promise a lot. I guess he didn't say which 24 hours. He said on the first day. That's what he said. He said on day one, your prices will go down. I'm like, how do y'all let him get away with this shit? You know it sounded dumb when he said it. But everything he says, they find a way to explain it away. Everything that he does, they find a way to justify it. All right, so this thing with the tariffs. He pissed off Mexico and he pissed off Canada. And they was like, all right, you want to play games? All right. Okay, you want to play rough? They said, okay. We're going to impose 25% tariff. That's what Canada said. Trudeau wasn't playing. Trudeau said, all right, we're going to impose a 25% tariff on the United States. Wait till you see the price of Canadian bacon. and plywood and 2x4s and gas. We get oil from Canada. We just do, and Mexico was like, okay. We make your cars, right? Your cars. It's going to be very expensive for y'all to buy cars in a minute. Water and lumber come from Canada too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have very cold, pure water in Canada. It's the reverse of Fiji. But yeah. So his supporters find a way to explain all that shit away. Okay, so since they pushed back, they didn't cower, they didn't fold, they didn't fall, because they have allies too. Mexico and Canada, if they have something against the United States, they've never expressed it. They've always worked in conjunction. They know that Mexicans like to come to the United States and Canadians like to go to the United States. And also, people from the United States like to go to Canada and Mexico. My nephew lives in Canada now. Shout out to Toronto. He ain't coming back no time soon. Moon Wolfie said maple syrup will be even more unaffordable. It has gone up high, right? Yo, maple syrup and honey, boy, that shit high than motherfuckers. I like you. He said maple syrup will be even more unaffordable now. Big Bird, what's good? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. So they always find a way to explain away everything that this man does. And I think it's remarkable at the very least. It's like crazy. So Omar says 75% of their export. So the market started dipping and acting crazy and crashing. The markets, the Dow, the NASDAQ, those markets was doing bad. And one thing about Donald Trump, the stock market was always his claim to fame, because any president, except for Biden, evidently, can always claim the economy is doing well if the stock market is doing well. Except for Biden. Biden was breaking records on the stock market, his whole presidency, his whole administration, breaking record after record, like, yo, you are killing it. But when the price of bacon and eggs like $10, $12 a carton, shit like that, it's funny because Donald Trump had COVID that took him down, and I guess Biden had bird flu, but it was at the end of his presidency anyway. These eggs, they're too high, man. Shout out to dairy farms. So, Jen said Canada dry ginger ale. So okay, so check it out. So Canada and Mexico pushed back. So what did Donald Trump do? He called a meeting. Now, those tariffs were supposed to go into effect tonight. Tonight, as in Tuesday night. He calls a meeting with Trudeau and the Mexican with the European last name. I'm like, her last name. What's her name? What's her last name? What is the Mexican president's name? Claudia Sheinbaum. Claudia Sheinbaum? What kind of Mexican? You think maybe she's married to? Yo, if I was Mexican, yo, Jen, what's up with your people's voting for somebody with the last name Sheinbaum? No, if you don't get over, if you don't change your shit, I think okay, it's Pardo, Shine Bomb Pardo, but they be calling it Claudia Shine Bomb. I'm like, if your last name ain't Torres or Rodriguez, Hernandez, I'm not fuck that Shine Bomb. Do you see a Mexican Jew? Shine Bomb? Come, what we doing? What we doing, Jeff Guapo? What we doing out here? What we doing? Okay, so he calls a meeting with the two of them, Trudeau and Shine Bomb, and talking about he made a deal. All right, so I'm gonna pause. I'm going to pause these tariffs, these imposed tariffs for 30 days, as long as Mexico brings in 10,000 troops to guard the border against fentanyl coming into the country. And the same thing for Canada. Canada, like, first of all, the troops, Mexico has always been active as far as stopping illegal crossings of the border. They've always been active. And that agreement for the 10,000 troops was already made by Biden in 2021. So that's been going on anyway. But of course, Donald Trump is going to take credit for that, because the people who watch Fox News don't watch any other news outlet. And so they never learned that any Democrats have done anything well. And I'm not here to defend Democrats or Republicans, but I'm definitely here to talk bad about Republicans, because this shit is ridiculous. This shit is. Come on, man. What are we doing? Shine Bomb, Cheryl Halsey, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. So he's going to take credit once again, because this dude reminds me of Elvis. You know, he reminds me of Elvis. You know how Elvis took records and took the rights of records from a bunch of artists, particularly black artists, and he made, mega hits, and he became a mega superstar off of that shit. That's like Donald Trump. Like, yo, this policy over here was non-existent before I came along. We're like, yo, what are you talking about? It was such and such had it. They implemented. Nah, that was. First of all, I'm waiting for Trump to be like, yo, I'm the one who brought you Obamacare. How do you explain? All right, so the tariff's not going down. So once again, this dude is selling wolf tickets, because he wasn't going to impose that tariff. He was just huffing and puffing. He was huffing and puffing, because you're huffing and you're puffing and you're huffing and you're puffing and you're puffing and you're. That's all I'll be hearing when I hear this dude talking. I can't stand his voice. I can't stand his voice. I can't. If you can stand him, yo, I demand you teach me how to do it, because I can't do it. That thing be driving me type crazy. I don't care if you're energetic or even lazy, yo. It be phasing me and taking me to a different place. I can't do it. It's kind of like a disgrace. Every time I hear his voice, I want to close my ears. I need some earplugs up in this bitch right now this year. And it's going down. We are on a tear. We are on a tour. I don't know what's going on. It's like a bore. and I gotta see him on TV every day. I ain't never have to look at Biden this way or any other president of the United States, but I gotta see this motherfucker every day. The date is the 5th of February. What's going on? The shit kind of varies into another segment or section. I can't do this shit no more. My people need protection, and I'm talking more than condoms. I follow behind them, and I ain't dealing with this shit. Yo, it's mountain pressure. I was doing something lesser, sometimes a little bit more. What we here for? Yo, I just want the prices to come down. That's what that motherfucking clown said he was going to do. How y'all let him get away with not doing it? Yeah, all right, let's go. So he bluffed on the whole Canada thing. Quasimodo was good. What up, Quasimodo? What's good? What's good? Wolfie says your kalimba playing is very nice. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. I do. As a matter of fact, appreciate you. So yeah. So how do you explain away? Like, I don't even see why Americans would want to explain away him not raising the price. I mean, him not lowering the prices of things. I don't give a shit about immigration. All of that, Doge shutting down government. How do you explain that? How do you explain that away? Also, what are you going to tell government workers? Oh, well, they didn't need your position anyway. What are you talking about? Jobs. How do you eliminate a bunch of jobs? Federal jobs, federal employment. Anybody who works for the state knows that's supposed to make you set for life. You got the good health insurance. You got the good retirement benefits. How do you explain that away? On top of that, eggs are $12 a carton. Let's see. I don't even eat eggs, but you know what I mean? Let me see. What's the average price of eggs, a carton of eggs these days? As of today, the average price for a dozen of eggs in the United States is around $4.15. Is that so? Because that ain't what I heard. That ain't what I heard. Well, that's the average price. So evidently, eggs are silly, crazy cheap somewhere, and really, really high somewhere else. Jeff Guapo said bullshit. Yeah, I know for a fact that I saw eggs for $10. I was in the market the other day. Them shits was $10. I was like, damn, son, scrambling. Those 3-egg omelets got to be cut in 1/3. 1 egg. You can't make an omelet with 1 egg. Yo, you better just stir them a lot. Whisk them shits. Whisk. You got to whisk them, son. Whisk. Keep on whisking. You got to keep on whisking. Keep on whisking. Yeah, listen, y'all. If you want to call into the show, I invite you to call into the show. And the number to call is area code 31. It's never going to be that number again. 267-874-1949. That's the number to call. I said a 267-874-1949. Yes, y'all. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 267-874-1949, baby. Call 267-874-1949. And I will get you on up in here. There's no censorship on this show. You know what I mean? We need independent media, and I'm definitely independent. I'm not paid by nobody. I'm not controlled by nobody. This is about to get scary, y'all. Hold on to your hats, because I know who this is.
You have a call from. Rachel.
Yo. Welcome to the. I warned you. Don't say I didn't warn you. I warned you. I warned you. When I see a call coming from outside this country, I know it's about to be some shit. Good looking out, Quasimodo. Quack, quack, quack. Quasimodo, quack, quack, quack. Yeah. Anybody else want to call in? 267-874-1949. It's all good. It's all love. I'm not even mad about it. But yeah, back to this thing. Why do Republican voters have to explain away everything? You know, normally a person only has to explain the actions of somebody else is when they mess up. If somebody's doing well, why would I have to explain it? And if you're doing something good, why would you need to explain it? Right? You only need to provide an explanation when you have done something that's unorthodox, against the grain, something unconventional, something that's controversial, something that may draw the disapproving ire of many. That's when you have to explain things away. Anybody here ever get suspended from school? I have. Anybody here ever get suspended from school? Well, when you get suspended from school, your parents have to bring you back to school. And, first of all, normally your parents will give you that pep talk while you at the crib, like, yo, do not embarrass me when we get in here. I don't know why you got suspended, but you're suspended and you're on punishment now. You're grounded. But we're going to go back to school and we're going to make this thing right. So, your parents would try to explain away whatever indiscretions that you exercised when you committed that infraction and got yourself extricated out of the school. So it's like, he's a good kid. Sometimes he just gets a head of steam, or sometimes she just gets a little high strung. We've been working with her. I think she's going to be okay. I'm like, I don't care what they did. My child has home training. I swear they do. My kid is a good kid. I don't expect to have these problems again. Yeah, your parents have to explain away if you've ever gotten suspended from school. Cheryl, you got suspended from school? Jeff Guapo, you got suspended a lot? What the hell? What the hell? Jeff says, another time they said I was selling liquid THC with Kool-Aid and gummy bears. They said that about you. I know they was lying. They got a lot of nerve to... Man, the rumors and the lies people tell. The rumors and lies people tell. Man, I can't believe it. Okay, Quasimodo says, has there ever been a time when you thought that you might have to quack, but you held it in? Real question, looking for real answers. Yes. 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 There was a time where I really needed to quack. But I crowed. My heart was saying, quack, quack, son, quack. But I said, no, I'm not going to quack. I'm going to crow. I'm going to. What the hell did this motherfucker got me doing? Yes, I crowed when I should have quacked. Moon Wolf says, my mother did, my brother did for a small crime he didn't even do. Oh, he got suspended for a crime. Okay. All right. Jeff said, I was 14, laughed my ass off. This was 2014, way before liquid THC came out like it is today. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sure it was selling. Okay. Good looking out, Kwasi. Thanks, my man. Thanks for looking out. I appreciate you. Jeff says, suspended for fighting somebody after that lame ass peer meditation. Peer mediation. Oh shit. All right, Kwasi, I gotta do something for you. Let me do something for you. Let me do something for my man named Kwasi. Yeah, he pushed an Audi and a Maserati. Yeah, getting all the hottie, yo. Yeah, but I hope he don't catch a body, yo. We are talking about how come people have to explain and they coming down sort of like snow and rain. And the pain that is getting inflicted. I don't understand what this shit. I feel addicted to the pain and struggle. I'm trying to do better, but it's just heating up just like a wool sweater in the summertime. Here it is, hotter than July. Now got this Mac ass government and I'm asking why. But I try to improve, but these cats is making me bust a different move. And it's not soothing none of my fears. I feel like I'm going back to drinking beers. Yeah, and I stopped drinking in 2012, but sometimes I feel like I'm about to go back in your hell. Yo, everybody got a little vice. I'm going to give you some advice. Yo, try to be nice to anybody who ever tried to treat you good. Now I think that it shouldn't be all that hard because you should. And the wood is like the belt to ass. I'm trying to get out of the way of trouble fast. It won't last. Nothing lasts forever. Everybody gotta die before you do that. You try to do better. Yo, what are we gonna do? Are you gonna let an orange motherfucker come up and infiltrate you? Yo, you can do that shit, but it ain't what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna make sure that I maximize and realize that gotta do something for all the girls and guys I despise. Anybody tried to spread the hate. We got here on time, never trying to be late. You're never really late because God is always on time. So understand what I'm talking about when I put it in a rhyme. I ain't gonna talk your head off, not all the time, but I'm gonna do this shit. We ain't dropping no dimes. Yo, peace to everybody in the chat. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what we doing, where we going, where we at. All right. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Moonwolfie says, yeah, misdemeanor, but he proved he wasn't with his friends when it happened. The principal was later accused of discrimination. Oh, here we go. Okay. Shirley Shaw says, I only got suspended once for fighting a guy who snatched my zodiac sign hat and put it in some damn. Yeah, you should have fought him for that. I hope you won too. I know you won. Anyway, Quasimodo says, I literally love you more than bread, and coming from a duck, it really means. Yeah, loving me more than bread, coming from a duck. That's serious business. That is serious business. I thought only geese felt that way. All right. He said, sure, I would throw hands over that too. Word. It's right, Jeff. Belt to ass. BTA. Omar says, Wolfie, it's wild. It's wild the schools try to put you through the system rather than treating kids like kids. Yeah, man. Olga Beck, East Matov, what's good? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You already know. You already know. All right. Jen says, I let friends copy my work and got detentions, not suspended though. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Because you could definitely get suspended for letting somebody cheat off your test or your paper. And definitely for cheating off somebody else's paper. Especially when you're in college. They say they kick you right on out. My friend must not have gave a fuck. He have his whole book on the floor reading that shit, taking the test. All right. J-Dub. What's good, J-Dub? He says, who would you rather be locked in? Who would you rather be locked in a spaceship with the entire Will Smith family or Bill Cosby stuck in a loop repeating pudding pop all the time? Give me Bill Cosby, man. I'm not fucking with the Smiths or whatever they are. I'm not, no. Mm-mm. At least all the Cosbys are normal looking people. I'm not fucking with them Smiths. They ain't a normal one amongst them. Not a normal one amongst them. Pudding Pop Squad. That's just, listen, I know that I'm safe around Bill Cosby. Those Smiths, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you got Jaden Smith running around here with Castle with some kind of house on his head as a hat or a mask. I don't know what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't even watch the Grammys. Why do I know about that shit? I'm gonna tell you why I know about it. Because my man Troy Diesel, he insisted on sending me that shit. He was like, "Yo, no, son, you gotta see this." I was like, "No, I don't want to see that." No, son, you gotta see it. I said, no, I don't want to see that. I don't see it. Don't send me that. Don't send me that. I said, yeah, don't send me that, Troy. He said, no, just take a look at it. I said, no, don't send me that, Troy. Where is it? Hold on. What the fuck? What is it? That ain't the one. I don't see that shit. It must have expired. I could have sworn he sent me the actual picture of it. I could have sworn. Well, where did he send it? Oh, he sent it to me at Instagram. Oh. Yeah. I don't watch the Grammys, and I didn't watch the Grammys. So that's that. Moon Wolfie says, maybe if it was only Willow and not the rest of them, I'm not taking my chances on none of them. If one of them crazy, all of them crazy, I'm not going to wait for the one that seems normal to finally get her stripes. That's what I'm not going to do. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. Feel like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are asking why do Republican voters have to explain everything away? Why do they have to do it? I didn't put up a poll question. Let's do that. We need a poll question. Okay. Okay. This is Let's do this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me fix this here. Fix this here. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an easier one. All right. Do you think that Trump deserves the loyalty that he receives from his supporters? That's an easy one, right? Draw it right down the line. Do you think that Trump deserves the loyalty that he receives from his supporters? Simple as that. Man, let me get his whole name in here. Okay. There we go. Do you think that Donald Trump deserves the loyalty that he receives from his supporters? All right, we already got a yes. All right, there we go. J-Dub says, keep my son's fashion out of your effing mouth. What the hell? All right, so Jeff Wabo says, writing letters to a deceased Tupac. Wow. Will can't even top a dead man. Jeff Guabo says all these political folks just follow the leader. And Cheryl says, even though we didn't get dressed, I still feel like real men and women should feel. You know what? And I haven't been dressing y'all in a while. So we can do it. We late, but we can still do it. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Change clothes here. We have three cowbone necklaces, struggle beads. Which one y'all want to wear? The one on the left? Nice. Genuine cowbone, baby. The one on the left? The one in the middle? Or the one on the right? And I'm not going to front show. If you wouldn't have said nothing, I wasn't going to do it. Because this should be taking too long. It was starting to really get on my nerves. The votes was taking too long. Just like that. All right. Satan says middle. All right. So that would be this one. This is the one in the middle. Three. All right. We got 3 for the middle. Boom. The middle wins. 3 votes and you're in. 3 votes and you're in. All right. Let's get it popping. Yeah, let me get this thing right. Give y'all the ocular proof. Let you know that this thing is totally legit. Okay. Look at y'all looking good. Ladies, you're looking pretty. You're looking sweet. You're looking elegant. You're looking lovely. Looking beautiful. Real beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Looking sexy. Brothers, you're looking handsome. You're looking suave. You're looking debonair. You're looking smooth. You know, you got your soft stuff on. Everybody looking good. Look at you. You're looking great. Real great. Yeah, all right. Everybody looking good. Real good. Everybody looking good. Real good. All right. All right. There you go. All right, Cheryl. Good looking out. Just good looking out. She's like, no, you ain't going to be cheating us on services. I'm telling you, man. The votes was starting to be like pulling teeth. I was like, look, If they don't say nothing, I ain't saying nothing. But you said something. You say, Satan says, I guess I'm black now, finally. Are you? Are you? Cheryl says, didn't take long at all. We awesome. Yeah, it didn't take long this time. You wasn't here all them other times. I was like, oh, just let me pull out the teeth. This is way easier than getting these votes. J-Dub said, didn't the mayor of Philadelphia misspell Eagles while rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles? She did. It was really disgusting. It was something like E-G-L-S-E-S. Some old crazy. Let me see. The shit was so bad. Mayor of Philadelphia spelling Eagles wrong. All right, here we go.
There you go. So, I mean, what makes it so bad is Eagles is not a new word, Mayor. Eagle is our country's national bird. And that Mayor's right, you know,
just play this shit.
No, Eagles. She was just like up the spelling. It's Philly's own. There you go. So, Mayor Parker, new word. On to the mayor's also a good skill in South Philly. Are you ready to teach your man? Teach your man how do we spell Eagles?
Wait a minute. No. I want the original. We not going for that shit. The original.
Let me be 1,001% clear. Traveling to the Eagles game today is essential travel. If you are driving, just go slow, but get there. If you are catching something in mass transit, just get on mass transit and get there. But making it to our Philadelphia Eagles game on today is essential. Thank you all so very much. And we now want to take some questions. Any? Well, listen, we've got to do this. Let me hear you all say
E-L-G-S-E-S. 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 Ain't no A in there. I guess we don't need the A. We don't need an A. We don't need it. E-L-G-S-E-S. And you see them in the background like, Eagles! Go Birds. It's a terrible thing, man. It's a terrible tabble. It's terrible, son. It's terrible. But yeah, it goes the way it goes. As long as we win the Super Bowl, I don't care. I don't care. We've been counted out all year to the point where the mayor doesn't know how to spell our names. That there is what I call me a disgrace. That's absolutely what I call me a disgrace. J-Dub says, and I know them Philly fans are a very dedicated bunch when it comes to sports. LOL. You know they felt that. I hate to say it, but she's not a good mayor on top of that. And I guess it depends on how you look at it. She's definitely doing some things that I voted for her, but seemed like a good idea at the time. But she milking this shit. But anyway, things can't always go your way. At least I don't have to explain away what my mayor is doing. I don't know if we have Sherelle Parker supporters. I don't have to try to explain away anything that she does, because there is no explaining how come she can't spell Eagles. Can't call it stage fright. You've been on that stage many, many times. Satan said, after that, I must request to revoke my black membership, please. All right. It was still in its processing phase anyway. You know, it was still in the processing stages. So, yes, I will allow it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Anybody else want to take back the black card? Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. But I wonder if Tim Scott or Byron, what's his name? Byron Donalds. Will they ever get their black card back? Tim Scott, Byron Donalds. Will they ever get their black cards back? I don't think they want them. I don't think they want them. I think they are okay right where they are. As far as the poll is concerned, we have 9 votes so far. Do you think that Donald Trump deserves the loyalty that he receives from his supporters? 22% said yes. 78% said no. So we are in enemy territory for Donald Trump. This is enemy territory. How can we make it worse? How can we make it worse? I don't know, man. I've never wanted to actively dislike somebody in my life, but he's nailed it. I've never wanted to actively dislike somebody, but I can't put up with this cat. I really can't. Like, I don't know how people do it. I don't. I don't know how people do it, but they do it, and they do it with a lot of fervor and a lot of energy and a lot of spirit. And I just wonder how. If your brother, your son, your daughter, your cousin, your best friend, whatever, if they always had some shit that you had to explain away, you would have a problem with that. So I always wonder, how is it that these people who do not know him personally not have a problem with having to explain everything that he does away? That's all I really want to know. How is it that probably your neighbors, your family, your friends, your associates, your co-workers, your team members, I'll bet you do not, because you will not let any of them be like a locker room cancer and try to explain it away all the time. But with him, you do. Somebody, please, just try to make it make sense for me. That's all I ask. Just try to make it make sense, because I can't make any sense of it. I can't. I'm trying. J-Dub says difference brings humans closer. Jeff says can't beat stupid being stupid. Satan says the same way Hitler did it. Ooh. Here's the thing. Since I wasn't born at that time, I don't know if his people explained it away. I'm sure there had to be some Germans who did not agree with what Hitler was doing. There had to be. But because their regime, their style of government was called totalitarianism, you were obligated to support whatever the government was pushing. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine living in the United States and them taking away the two-party system and saying that you have to believe everything that we say and go along with everything that we do, no matter what it is? You have to be 100% dialed in order to be in this country, or in order to keep from getting put in the gas chamber your goddamn self. And don't get me wrong, man. You know, as far as the Holocaust was concerned, it wasn't all about the extinction the extinction of or the extermination of Jews. That's not what World War II was about. You know, anybody who has taken world history in college, really they should have taught you that in high school. But I don't really think they never taught me that in high school. But in college, American history, it was World War II was about territorial interests that they had to stop. It wasn't. Europe didn't care. Europe did not care that Hitler was killing Jews. That's their little cross to bear that they have not apologized for. But it's the truth. Europe, they didn't give a shit about the Jews. They didn't. And they didn't care that he was killing them. What they cared about was him going to England and France and invading them. Like, whoa. We'll sacrifice the Jews, but don't be coming over here. Don't be coming over here trying to take over us good Catholics and Protestants. All right, so J-Dub says Trump's first term was the first time there wasn't a war being fought in decades for his whole term. Where'd you get that from? Y'all kill me when y'all. Where'd you get that from? No, real shit. What war? So you're saying during Trump's administration? I will say that Trump did not create another war, but he totally disagreed with removing the troops from Afghanistan. I don't know how people forget that. It was Obama that started bringing the troops home from Iraq. He had already done it for Iraq, and they were slowly coming home from Afghanistan. So where do you get this no? Because he tries to say that shit, no wars. Well, but he was always putting us in a position where a war could easily be started because he doesn't know how to talk to world leaders. But since you brought that up, is it a fact that no wars were fought during the Trump administration? Well, let's see. The headlines are Trump falsely claims no terrorist attacks and no wars during his RNC speech. Okay. Well, let's see here. Fact-checking Trump's RNC speech. All right, let's see. Like, it's crazy because the dude, all he does is lie. All right, let's see. Economy. Okay, when he said during his presidency, we had the best economy in history of our country, in the history of the world. We had no inflation, soaring incomes. I don't even have to read this, and I knew that was a lie. Crime, taxes, okay. Energy. When the U.S. withdrew from Afghanistan, we left behind $85 billion worth of military equipment. False. This is an exaggeration. When the Taliban toppled Afghanistan civil government in 2021, it inherited military hardware, and the U.S. gave it, but it did not amount to $85 billion. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me get the first one. Oh, shit. All right. Caracas, Venezuela, really dangerous place, but not anymore because in Venezuela, crime is down 72%. That was false. El Salvador murders are down 70% because they're sending their murderers to the United States. False. Behind me and to the right was a large screen that was displaying a chart of border crossings under my leadership. The numbers were absolutely amazing. Yeah, that was mostly false. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Washington Post. Trump falsely claims no terrorist attacks and no wars during his presidency. Okay, let's go here. All right. I mean, there was definitely domestic terrorism. Let me see. Oh shit. What are you doing? Just give me the damn answer. I don't got time. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm not ordering that. That was the Washington Post. Okay. Okay. Truth be told, no new wars, but no global peace during Trump years. It is true, no major wars like those now involving Ukraine and Russia or Israel and Gaza started during Trump's time in office, but those years were hardly free of major international conflicts. I mean, those wars don't have anything to do with us necessarily anyway. So this week's vice presidential debate included a claim by Senator J.D. Vance that no international conflicts broke out during former President Donald Trump's time in office. When was the last time an American president didn't have a major conflict break out? The only answer is during the 4 years that Donald Trump was president, Vance said. The Trump-Vance campaign did not answer a question from Scripps News about what Vance meant by major conflict. It is true, no major wars like those now involving Ukraine and Russia or Israel and Gaza started during Trump's time in office, but those years were hardly free of major international conflicts. In April 2017, Trump authorized the dropping of 59 cruise missiles against Syria in the first U.S. military action in the country's civil war in response to Syria's unlawful use of chemical weapons. That's not a war, though, right? Okay. Yeah. In North Korea, tensions escalated into a crisis as dictator Kim Jong-un ramped up weapons testing, threatening to use nuclear warheads against the U.S. Later, that conflict eased and Trump became friendly with Kim. I remember that. Rocket Man, he called him. All right. In the Middle East, Trump ordered the killing of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, leading Iran to launch missiles against the U.S. forces in Iraq. The retaliatory strikes left dozens of U.S. service members with traumatic brain injuries that Trump recently downplayed as headaches. Oh, yeah, that. Vance's claim that Trump didn't have a major conflict breakout is mixed. Several global conflicts occurred during the Trump administration, though none turned into a new war on the scale of the current conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East. And the record of no new wars isn't unique to Trump, as Vance said. It also applies to former President Jimmy Carter, who had no major wars start on his watch, but he had that problem with those hostages in Iran, and that's what ultimately allowed Reagan to beat him. James Flooring, what's good? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Okay. National Sozialismus, German for National Socialism, and that's where the term Nazi came from. National Socialism. Oh, okay. Huh. Who knew? All right. National Socialism, Third Reich stood as far as beliefs, and they leaned more to communism than and fascism. That's true. All right. Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. Well, no. Well, he did, but Obama got it started first, and Trump definitely disagreed with that. I don't know, whatever. All right. We pulled out during Biden, so the war was ongoing during Trump's first term. Okay. All right. Only war that we needed to address, which is drugs and sex trafficking within our own country. So we never had. I'll never understand this. You know, Americans trying to blame immigrants for drugs. Who gets high more than Americans? I don't know. Who? We insist on it. And to be honest with you, to tell you the truth, I don't know why we have a problem with people getting high anyway. In the Bible, they was getting high. Look at Noah. Remember, Ham was cursed because he saw Noah drunk and naked. Drunk and naked Noah. I'm like, Europeans had to put, I'm like, damn, so even all the way back in the biblical days, they needed a drink in order to party, to have a good time, to ease their mind. Like, only Europeans would put alcohol in the Bible. You can tell they put that part in there. Like, he was drunk. These are the Bible days, the holy days. Why would you need to drink? Why would you need to drink? Have you ever thought about that shit? I don't know. Do they have that in the Old Testament? Big boy had my job change his drug policy after so many of their good workers kept getting infractions. We now do saliva tests to make sure you're sober on the job, but no more piss tests. That's a good look. That's a good look. Yeah, because weed stays in your system so long, nobody would be working if they keep doing things the old way. What they're not acknowledging, though, is just because you're not actively smoking weed doesn't necessarily mean that you're not affected by it. There's a reason why it's detectable in your bloodstream for so long. There's a good reason why, man. Like, but I ain't gonna get into all that. I ain't gonna get all of that. Shout out to all my weed heads. Y'all do your thing. I'm sure I don't have to tell y'all that. Y'all do your thing. Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. Everything will be all right. Everything. Everything is going to work out just fine. All right. So, okay. So, yeah. So I'm glad J-Dub. I'm glad that you're saying this, because this is exactly what we're talking about. The way that y'all are left to explain away everything that's going on with this dude. I don't see why it has to be your job to try to explain it away. Why, if somebody is so good, why do you have to explain that they're good? Why doesn't everybody see it for themselves? Regardless of the picture that the media may paint, why can't you naturally just see that he's that dude? Why is it hard? Because I'm thinking it should be one of the easiest things that you can do. Like, yo, this guy is great. But if you're not a full on Trump supporter, when somebody says that he's great, everybody's giving whoever said it the side eye. Like, what do you mean by great? Like, is he even good? What do you mean great? Like, come on, man. Come on. Jeff Guapo says, punch that clock, get paid high pay. J-Dub says, everything in the universe is exactly where it's supposed to be. So why move at all? I mean, really, why move at all? Everybody should just freeze frame. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Why go to work tomorrow? Why eat? Why breathe? That's what I'm talking about, James. All right. He also says 75% of the country agree with me and that he's doing something better. Where'd you get that number from? 75%? No, they don't. You'll never find 75% of the country agreeing that Trump is doing a good job. I hope you're not talking about one of them weak ass polls. Them polls be polling like under 1,000 people. Big Boy says, I think my biggest argument for Trump is how many less people died under him than the last three. What do you mean by that? Like, what do y'all be talking about? What do you mean people die? Remember that Trump was the one, like, he's the COVID president. He's the one that told you don't have to wear masks. He's the one who told you, COVID's not real. It's just a cold. It's like the flu. He's the one who told you that. He's the one who told you there's only 15 people with the virus in the United States. He said that. He might be the most irresponsible president I've ever seen. Even if he wasn't president, like, he just throws useless, ridiculous numbers out there. Let me see. Jeff says, J-Dub, if you're okay with being controlled, say that, brother, but you will not convince us otherwise. Big Boy says, I'm fine with bro being a bad representation as long as he's not killing thousands of people. Thousands of people where? He allowed thousands of people to be killed because he misrepresented what COVID was. Jeff getting a little spirited. He says, since you here, what's up with the fucking gas, bro? Gina says, I remember when Biden got in, I was paying $5 a gallon. But that was because of COVID. That's because of all the inflation all around the world went up because of COVID. But maybe had your guy handled it with some kind of care and some kind of intelligence, instead of trying to play it down like it was nothing, maybe it wouldn't have gotten as bad as it did. And y'all need to cut this shit out, trying to act like gas was so cheap when Trump was president, because that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. And if you want to, we can check it year by year. We can check it year by year. The average price of gas in the United States, the average price of gas during each year of Trump's first term. Okay. All right. All right, let's see. Biden took office in January 21. Gas prices averaged $2.42, but they shot up along with oil prices peaking at $5 a gallon in June 22. Through Biden's presidency so far, the prices have averaged $3.61. That's 40% higher than gas prices during Trump's entire term, and 35% higher if you exclude the COVID period. If you exclude the COVID period, but you can't do that. All right, hold on. I just want a year by year. Okay, let's do this. What was the average price of gas in 2017? Okay. In 2017, the average price of gas was $2.41 per gallon. Okay, let's do this. What was the average price of gas in 2018? $2.74 in 18. Okay. $2.74? Okay. Okay. What was the average price of gas in 2019? $2.60 per gallon. Okay. What was the average price of gas in 2020? $2.17. Now, of course, in 2020, that's when everything was locked down. So gas, they was begging you to buy gas. But if you go back, okay, so if it was 260, in 2018, 241 in 2019, or however those numbers went, that means that somewhere in the country it was over $3. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. You know what? Your comments might not show up if you mention Gaza, because YouTube don't like that. I ain't gonna hold you. YouTube don't like that. They don't. Yeah, they bang you. Yeah, they don't like. If I do a show about that, Mm-hmm. They was doing the same thing about Ukraine. Same thing. So no, they actively filter those comments. He just wants the gas under Gaza isn't showing. Okay. Yeah. And thanks for the super chat, my dude. Thank you. But yeah. So if gas is $2.60 and that's the national average, somewhere gas is over $3 an hour. I'm sorry, $3 a gallon. So so the claim that gas was so cheap when Trump was in office is pretty ridiculous. It really is. It's just ridiculous. And I understand why people gravitate towards that. And at the same time, I'm like, it's just bullshit. It's just propaganda. But COVID changed everything. I don't see why people can't understand how come prices are so high after COVID. When you consider how much money had to be spent and the state of the economies around the world globally, you see why prices are not going down. So for Trump to say that he was going to lower prices of food and gas on day one, show me an executive order that can do that. Show me an executive order that can monitor the prices or control the prices of free business. Of private business. Show me where that can happen, because I haven't seen it. I'm gonna get my eyes checked and all of that, but so far I got nothing. I got nothing. Big Boy says Russia had a year and a bit head start. Okay. Y'all tripping. Yeah, Jeff Guapo says, yeah, gas was always $3 something and up here in California. Man, I don't know how y'all do it in California. I swear. Gas has been ridiculously high in California since. It's never been cheap. It's never been affordable. It's crazy. Ever. I explain that shit. Where we at it, Jeff? Let me ask you this. What is cheaper in California than it might be anywhere else? You know how every state normally has their thing. Like you go to Wisconsin, cheese is going to be a lot cheaper than cheese anywhere else in the United States. And it tastes better. And I'll give it to. Listen, even if you don't eat a lot of cheese, you go to Wisconsin, you'll eat some. That shit is banging. They do cheese right. If you come to Philly, there's certain foods that you'll get cheaper than anywhere else. What's cheaper in California? What can you buy in California cheaper than anything else? Gold? Like what do y'all produce? What do y'all, I know you can get really good hamburgers in LA. I don't know about the rest of the state. Cannabis? Cali weed ain't cheap. That shit is not cheap. It's high as hell. Come again. What can you get cheaper? Cali weed is high as hell. Good looking out, Quasimodo. I'm gonna do something for both of y'all. Both of y'all. Moon Wolfie says the Amish in Pennsylvania also make really good cheese. They do, but it's not like Wisconsin. It's not, my dude. You gotta trust me on this one. That Wisconsin cheese, that shit. There's a reason they call themselves the cheeseheads. That shit is real. They are some cheese yo. Big Boy says Mexicans. You can get Mexicans cheaper in California. Yo, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. What are you talking about? All right. Yo. Yeah. What is cheaper in California? What is cheaper? Jeff Guapa says, I honestly say it's the food, burgers and Hispanic food, fruit and food trucks as well. Okay. All right. Y'all might, because I have, the burgers are, them Cali burgers different. I'm like, yo, this is a good fucking burger. And that was, I haven't been to California since 98. But I was like, listen, I come here just for the burgers. Give me a motherfucking burger. Hey, fool, give me a burger. I need me a motherfucking fat burger. Great American burger. Or was it all American burger? I remember I went to this burger spot. I went to this burger spot in LA and in Hollywood just because this burger spot was in the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I was like, this is a real place? It was. And it was the same place. I think it was All American Burger. Where did Damone work at in Fast Times at Ridgemont High? All American Burger. I went to All American Burger just because I saw that's where they worked in the movie, and I was like, it wasn't as good as a Fat Burger, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good, better than any burger you get in Philly. And I'm like, y'all, this city don't do burgers right. We do cheesesteaks excellently, but burgers, that shit is. When I get a good burger in Philly, I'll be like, yo, this is the shit. Because it's not that easy. They don't believe in the burger. You know what I mean? This city is not American enough. Yeah. All American Burger. I remember. I was like, this. I wonder how much they paid to have that spot in the movie. I thought that was pretty cool. Jeff says, I say besides gas, everything is affordable unless you're in tourist spots. I don't know, man. The house is not that cheap. Cali houses and y'all taxes. And I guess it depends on where you are in Cali. You can forget about it in the Bay Area. If you're from out of town, you can forget about living in the Bay Area unless you're just straight rich. I don't know. Jeff Guavo says, shit, even moving out of state, you're starting to pay $1,000 plus. I don't know. California and New York are very, very expensive places to live. Illinois is kind of high too, and the DC area is pretty high. But those places weren't always that way. They are now, though. They are now. For sure. How we doing with this poll? Let's see how we doing with the poll. All right. 14 votes. Do you think that Donald Trump deserves the loyalty that he receives from his supporters? 71% say no. 29% say yes. Because I still say yes to you again. Moon Wolfie says housing is bad everywhere right now. Even my little rural corner of Oklahoma. You live in Oklahoma? Cool. I got peoples in Oklahoma. Arkansas, too. Jeff says New York is much more expensive, in my opinion, especially to live in your kitchen, basically. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's pretty true. New York, but only New York City. New York is a big state, and you can live in other areas, relatively affordable. But yeah, New York City, any of the 5 boroughs, yeah. Yeah. It's that New York shit. I be like, when I was younger, I wanted to move to New York. And I was like, as I got older, I was like, how much are they paying? How much are they paying for these jobs out here? Because I'm like, with the price of the rent and all that kind of stuff, and I don't see how they can make the rent. Quasimodo says, how are we talking about Republican voters having explaining to do without ethnic cleansing that was ordered today? Ethnic cleansing, which was ordered today? In what country? What country are we talking about? Ethnic cleansing. Well, we are. Trump is definitely trying ethnic cleansing here. I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't. Like, it's off to a bad start, rounding up people illegally, because I mean, it really is illegal, and they're not really giving a shit whether you are a legal alien or documented or undocumented. They don't care. They don't care. The real problem with that is there's just a whole lot of racism mixed in with the whole thing. The policies are just steeped in racism. They just are. And the more you try to deny it, the more it comes out. It manifests itself. Palestine. Oh, ethnic cleansing in Palestine? Yeah, that's what you want to call it? That's a good word for it. So, brother, 600,000 people died and 1.7 million are about to be moved. What other word is there? I just ethnic cleansing. I don't like to use the word because it sounds like something that's not that bad. It does. It sounds like something that it's a gentle way to put sometimes genocide. It's a gentle way to describe genocide or the Trail of Tears. Omar said, Kwasi, that was the first coherent thing you said. You might be on to something there. You might be on to something there. Oh, you might be on to something there. Oh, yeah, because he's out there. It's all good, but he's definitely. But yeah, man. This Palestinian thing. And that's steeped in racism too. They don't want to, so-called Israel doesn't want to admit it, but it is. Why you think the United States is on Israel's side? They not from Israel. They from Europe. England gave the European Jews that Israel territory after World War II. How do you give somebody an entire territory that you don't own yourself? Well, they did it because just like they didn't care that Hitler was exterminating the Jews, they didn't care that Jews wanted to move to their own land. They fully supported it. Like, so y'all say y'all ready to get up out of here and we can help? Okay. Will you agree to take everybody, the Hasidic Jews too? Yeah? I don't know, man. I don't know. Omar says, honestly, I'm looking forward to Egypt and Jordan giving their responses to Trump ordering the people there when they wake up from the time difference. It might go down. Something has to happen. Something has to happen. Yeah, we in this is a sad state of affairs right now. The world is in shambles. It is politically. It's just so much corruption. It really is. It's just so much corruption. And we're in the information age where we can find out all of this stuff and we still acting like we're blind or deaf or dumb or just oblivious to things that are right there in front of our faces. And I just don't, honestly, I don't get it. I do not understand. I do not understand. But this is what we're working with. This is what we're working with. We're about to do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here, man. This might be one of the first times or only times that I actually get to get out of here at a decent hour. So let's do it. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious February 4th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Lindaya Wilford, happy birthday to you, and Lakeisha Howard, and Shine Light Love, and Kunzel Metum, and Lionel Teasley, Ranisha Bryant, Tamara Daniels, Brian Davison, Miss Kiva Monique, Petuela John, Ovi Phoenix Lewis, Monica Yaya Black, and last but not least, my man Pat Kelly. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that the day today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious February 4th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn to rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, go hard, go for yours, and remember, gotta do something for my people. Gotta do something for my people. I see the super chat. Yeah, we gonna get with that. I appreciate y'all more than a hi-hat. All I got is the drums, no other instruments, but we gonna make sure that it's heaven sent. I appreciate everybody coming through, and if you don't believe me, I think you should. I think you do. I think you will. Yo, this thing soothes like a pill. Skills is something that has to get shown on a daily basis, so we have to make sure the spot is blown. Yo, we ain't gonna blow up the spot. We gonna make sure we turn up the heat, make it real hot. Yo, it's DG Show, Daily Go. You understand, my name is Omar. You can call me O. And my man O, that's in the chat. You understand, he down like a motherfucker. Get with that. Yo, and this things will ever stop. We gotta do this thing. Don't act like cops. Ain't nobody got no gun to your face. We ain't trying to do nothing. Ain't clearing out no space. Yo, I'm just giving you a chance to live. Stay positive. A whole lot to take, a lot to give. But I'm putting a couple of dollars in your wallet. And I say to man, that's solid. Yo, I appreciate you one and all. 10 toes down, always standing tall. You don't have to understand every word, but just understand we down like this, like a couple of nerds. You know nerds be sticking together, my man. You understand that we gather like glue, and it's never gonna be broken apart, cause we always be down like a submarine from the heart. And the art of war is what we gotta master. We gotta do this thing, speed it up faster. Do I really want the thing that really speed up fast? Is I got something for your body and something in your ass? No diddy, yeah, you come from my city. Actually, we a coast apart, but we still hard. Yeah, we coming together and doing it. You ain't gonna let nobody spoil it and ruin it. Yo, my name is Sun75. I do things my way, yeah, just like back in the day. I don't care what the next man try to do, as long as he let me free. Yo, I'm down with you. And it's gonna be like that until I close my eyes for the very last time. Yeah, wise is something that I have to be, because my dad taught me. Yo, he didn't beat me, never fought me, and we never had a whole lot of conflict. But sometimes, yo, the brother used to make me sick. But I wish he was here now to see the God. And I hope that he's in heaven, chilling hard. Yo, do you understand what I'm doing? Everything is gonna be all right. You pursuing your goals, trying to go to school, make sure that the coals don't get raked over your feet. I compete with anybody who tries to challenge. I'm going to do this thing. I'm keeping balance. Everything's gonna be all right, y'all. You good? Let me do it like this. Sometimes I have to look in the sky and have to ask the man above, how come? Why am I still here and other people have passed on? Yo, will you let me know, or will you warn me that my time is getting short, so I can make sure that I show up the ties with the girls and guys that I might be separated from, but I ain't trying to be time while I'm young. So I try to keep myself safe. Yo, everything is all right. Don't try to erase nothing from my mental dental. I ain't trying to knock out nobody's teeth, cause I ain't trying to have no beef. It's rough out here in these streets, you understand. Yo, just keep yourself safe out here, my man, and everything is gonna work out fine. Yo, we going to do this thing 1 to the 10th time. All right, yo, let's go. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow with another Daily Go Getimism show, 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You already know. And I'll be here. I hope y'all be here also. So let's go. All right. So let me. Yo, man, thank Quasimodo and Omar. Thank you for those super chats, man. Appreciate it. Before y'all go, man, hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. Y'all already know. So we can clock out now. Ah, take off my uniform. Ah, y'all can take off y'all uniform. We good? Everything good? Yo, holla back, y'all. Y'all be safe. Peace.